But of course, the Prime Minister came out at the end and said that there will be no carnival in
2021.
2021.
Yep.
So we jumped on the line right away, and we got the commander in chief of Caesar's army, Jules Sobion, on the line. Good morning, Jules.
Pleasant good morning,
Thank you
Lisa.
so much for joining us this morning, Jules. And
No problem.
what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? No carnival 2021?
Uh, let's just say that the decision was anticipated. The Honorable Prime Minister has a sole responsibility to all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And we are in the middle of a pandemic. There's no
Mm-hmm.
vaccine, there's no cure,
Yes.
it is not under control. So I believe that was the decision to be made and it was anticipated
Mm-hmm.
in that regard.
So, in terms of anticipating that decision, I know that you are involved with Rogue and you have a number
Yeah,
of events. You might be
yeah.
heartened to know while I was doing my makeup this morning, I was told that people are planning for Bacchanal Road and they're going to have their own little thing and they actually called your brands, right? And
Yeah,
they have no idea that I was speaking to you this morning. So there was no connection there. But do you
yeah.
anticipate that you guys will be moving online? I mean, Notting Hill Carnival, I seem to be getting a bit of feedback by you, Jules. But Notting Hill
Okay.
Carnival went online. I know that Miami Carnival is planning to go virtual. Do you
Right.
guys have you been speaking about we're calling this no carnival, new format carnival. Have you been thinking of a COVID friendly type of events?
The thing about it is, Lisa, is that we are the mecca of Carnival. Trinidad and Tobago is the mecca. So for me, um, and it's supported, the industry is supported by creatives. There is a need to have a discussion with the creatives, with all of the stakeholders in the industry to come to some decision. And again, I'm saying the creative industry. I am very certain that if there is a roundtable discussion being had about the industry and all of its stakeholders are cohesive in understanding the way forward, then you will get creative ideas to how to approach and how to move forward with this carnival.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I mean, what I would love to see is that an agency. I mean, I'm being tactical here. So we need a sort. We need a cohesive agency, our own sort, to sort out the industry and become the leaders of this perspective. How we are going to do this? How are we going to move forward?
Yeah.
What are the ways? What are the ways that we can do this? It can be virtual, which could be to showcase, yes, the carnival, the content, all the elements of the culture. But there are elements as well in a hybrid carnival. But we have to discuss the potential opportunities, and we have to lead. We can't
But
we can't be
when you say hybrid carnival, because I think the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, was very clear when he said he doesn't
yeah.
foresee a carnival. So I'm thinking that means no carnival on the streets. So hybrid, does hybrid mean a hybrid between something happening on the ground and something happening virtual?
Yes, a hybrid could occur if it is that, let's just say, there are 5% and we are going with what is going on now. Does that stop us from having Marshall Montano versus Super Blue as part of our carnival celebration? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that is an example of, highlighting what aspects of the culture
Yes.
and trying to present it in the best way possible. But what I'm saying is that it's supported by the creative industry. Let's get the creatives thinking in general to find the best way forward. We cannot just watch everybody who else has carnival
Right.
and say, okay, let's do the same thing. We have to surpass them. We have to be the leaders, not the followers.
Mm-hmm. In terms of the economic impact, certainly we know that Carnival is a significant money spinner for several
Yes,
supportive industries, not just the ones who make the mass and have the events, but all the ancillary and supporting companies that get involved in, supporting the activities of Carnival. Any
yeah.
thoughts given to how, we can manage that in terms of the economic impact of no Carnival?
Again, the solutions will come not just to benefit a few. The solutions will come to benefit the entire ecosystem.
Right.
So I do believe that there are ideas that you can monetize And this is a new world. This is a new world that is due for exploration. So when you have these consultations, you will find that there are different ideas that you could come up with where let's just say, I'm giving you an example here. The Napa space is not being used at this point in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it is that we use elements of our culture, pre-package it. So you're recording it, you're pre-recording it, and putting it out on streaming for revenue purposes. Let's say the Napa is able to supply 5,000 people within the Napa itself, although I think it's about 1,200. With the ability to package something and put it online on a streaming service, and you're paying $10, let's say US, for example, you have a space, you're recording the elements of the culture in a wonderful package, and you're putting it out there for sale. So you may actually be able to say incur revenue for 50,000 people once the package is of quality, once the package is of substantial content.
Yes.
You can be able to earn a lot of revenue even in this new virtual world. So the possibilities are there, Lisa. It's just, for me, there needs to have a cohesive agency that puts everything together. Pantrinbago, Tuco, everyone, NCBA, everyone together. Let them have a seat at the round table, and let's have a cohesive agency that decides the way forward for the Mecca of Carnival, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. Well, we're going to have to leave it there, Jules. I'm sure that I'm going to pull you back next week after the budget so that we can have another conversation. But, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. And I know that that's why they call you the commander-in-chief of Caesar's Army and, award-winning at that, because I know that you guys are going to come up with some way forward, and we look forward to that. So we're gonna check back in with you next week after the budget. Thank you, Jules Sobion. That was Jules Sobion there, Commander-in-Chief of Caesar's Army Events Manager and so on, talking to us about Carnival 2021.